Hey, welcome to Clark's Place. Today, been doing a lot of little tedious things. First thing I did was cut out the bezels that go on here. I thought we were just gluing on reflectors, but I guess that's not how it goes on the Janik. I guess you'd call that the lower valance of a Daytona. Anyway, those get cut out, and you put these, which I put these in the sandblaster and blasted and blasted and blasted, and you can see they came out really nice. And then I can get it up high enough. This sets down in there, and you put your red or yellow rims according to what's front or back. Looks like there's a hole right there. I'll have to fill it in the fiberglass. But I got the two for the back, two for the front. They all cleaned up, blasted really nice. These two pieces are the block-off plates that go right there, one on each side, and they are contoured to the inner fender, and they're different. I don't know that you use this on the Daytona, but probably. And then here's the backings for these. What I did is I blasted them and all the little acorn nuts, blasted them, and then put a gray, well, here's the primer that I used, just a Krylon. And of course I'll scuff those a little bit and seal them so they're white, so when I do paint them, they'll have the same back color, which is white, as the car will have. Then the gray, or this part, it kind of sanded or blasted dull, but it was gray, so I did this cast replication gray from Eastwood, and it's drying. It's starting to look pretty good. I just want it to all be protected, of course. And something else I'm doing, I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but I don't know if you can see these. I don't want to get my fingers in it. They're well, these are the hood lights. I can't get them out of there. I got them fit in there really close and nice. There we go. I have blasted and blasted and blasted on these things. I don't know if anybody else has had trouble. Okay, sorry, my battery died. Try this again. I don't know if anybody got to see the or here. These are the hood indicator lights, bezels, whatever you want to call these, that go on the hood and they mount. Anyway, I have the clean strip premium stripper. Who knows if it will strip that, but I have blasted. I don't want to really sand on those. Same reason I did not sand with even 320 sandpaper on these, because I didn't want to scratch it and then have to try to fill it. So sandblasting made it all dull but clean, and it'll work good, because now I can take the sealer, same with these panels, seal it and then scuff it, and then it'll be ready to paint. I also worked, you can see all the powder, Bondo, whatever you want to call it, on the floor. Been trying to work this from this line to this line, has a curvature, and I've about got it at a low place, This one was already close, so I just put another layer on there. And this was low right here. This had a low spot here, so hopefully, you know, it may not be the last time I have to put it in there. But and then the same over here, had to put another layer. I'm gonna give it, I mean, I did it earlier today, but it's after, I think, 2 o'clock now. This is the same thing. I had to do some dollying and trying to get that down, which I think I have it down. The only thing is I can push real hard and pop it in like a tin can, but don't want to do that. I want to, you know, dolly all around it to take the stress off of that, so it won't tin can. But got to clean these up. I'll get the little sander and clean those up, but everything is hidden. Your edge, had to do both sides of that. So just little tedious things. Want to keep working on the fenders every day, seems like. I also have the rear quarter extensions, which you can see I've sandblasted them. They were black. I've sandblasted most of the black off. Some of it got down to this galvanized look. The back's cleaned up pretty nice. And along the edge. Again, I don't really want to sand these, but I will if I have to. You can see there's more than one layer of the orange or red. So I've got these two to work with. Yeah, more of this came off. And again, I could put the stripper on it and paint it on there and maybe try to chemically and get the orange off of that. So I think that's about it. I've scraped all the gaskets. There were around these on the back side, there was a gasket. Yeah, here they are. It has a thin rubber gasket that I didn't even know was on those, but it did scrape off with a razor blade. And then of course all your bezels, usually the tabs are broken. You try to get them off there and they break. So they're all in the trash there. So I'll get new gaskets, new reflector, and make it look like new. So that should be it for this this episode, if you want to call it, of Clark's Place and working on the Daytona.
Rolling.
Hey, welcome to Clark's Place. Did a lot of stuff yesterday that I didn't film, so I thought we'd do a little video here on kind of progress I made yesterday.
Yeah, this stuff I thought was important, and I thought nobody ever shows the details of this, so let's
this is a pair. I've got a pair of these are the correct lights for the front.
And they came out of what year?
I think it's 1970.
Marquee or
no. It's like, I'm thinking Falcon, but it's not Falcon. That's a Ford. Valiant, I think it is.
Oh,
it's
Valiant,
in the front grille. It's a 1 year only. When I bought these, the guy said, yeah, these were actually in a Daytona, but it's got the orange overspray. But these lights,
how you tell the right from the left?
They're marked. They're marked.
I see a part number there.
Yeah, but there it is. That's an R.
I see an R.
Yeah, and the other one's got a L in it.
Okay.
Anyway, what I did is I just got this centered where it should be. You have to come up with your own screws, which I did. Got some nice screws and lock washers and everything else to
so does the whole box doesn't need to be cut out, does it? It needs to be a little smaller than that?
No. The whole light shines through.
Yeah, but I'm saying don't cut out your whole box on that.
Oh no.
You got a little more cleanup to do, but your holes are inside that box.
Right. Yeah, so yeah, you don't want to cut
all of it out.
You can still fill an edge, or you're not going to have hardly any room to put your bolts through.
Yep, gotcha.
So just be careful on that. And this, actually I'm putting the wrong one on here, because this is the bottom, so the plug exits out the bottom.
Oh, so that's
And
the
see, this-
that's the wrong Z
this-
bar.
Yeah, it's on the floor there.
Gotcha. Okay, viewers will get the point.
Right. So took care of that. I also think I took. No, I don't think I took any pictures of. I sandblasted and cleaned up all these surrounds for the for marker lights.
Well, we were wondering about this.
Yeah.
You were
this-
talking in another video about maybe just sticking
just-
it on the top, but
But no, you cut them out. Probably goes this way.
yeah.
And that actually fits in there just like it does on the car.
So you cut out the entire raised section?
Just the raised section. I can feel the lip of it right there.
Oh, yep.
And this is so wide you can see even if I took more, it would cover it. You
Gotcha.
put this on, it's done.
Gotcha.
And there was I don't know where that
the
came
hole
from. I just noticed it. I got a little overcut there.
So you cut that with the little jigsaw,
No.
the air file.
I used
Jigsaw?
the air file. I used this one
Oh yeah.
and also the
Well, you need to use that guy.
and I used this one
Oh yeah.
for the fine stuff. Yeah, this I use to go around,
Clean up the whole edge.
clean up the edge, which I'll use it to clean up this edge.
Yep.
And then I also took the cleaned up the trunk latch. sprayed
Yeah.
it.
I don't. Where's the other trunk latch? Maybe one of our viewers will.
Know where
Tell
it's
us where it
from.
went,
I'll
yeah.
get it. And then these two these are the backs. Blasted it and then used a I don't know if it's a stainless or cast paint from Eastwood. And I mean, it makes them. It doesn't leave that brand new looking galvanized look, but it does look real nice.
I think they look good. Yeah.
And I also blasted and primed the block off plates.
Anytime I see that paint, it just reminds me of the Mustang, because that's
Yeah.
the last car you used that primer on.
Right. Yeah, that's the other light, and then you said the other latch.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that's from.
Oh yeah, I did try to clean these up a little bit. Primered them.
That's good.
And I'm not sure that you use a hood latch. This is the other latch, and I'm just not sure. I mean, it's definitely not the same as this one, holes or anything.
Maybe it's a 69 versus that's a 70.
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't remember what mine looks like. It's been so long.
Yeah, me neither. So that's done.
Okay, so a little bit of filing on this, then your own hardware will mount those.
We'll mount those. Gotta
I
clean
love
up.
your Model A bolts on all those.
Yeah, all these will get switched out. That was just to get it formed.
And then
up.
yeah, I would just a little
Yeah, I'm
bit of
just gonna
filing
clean
and
it
that'll
up.
go. And then we can just fill in that with fiber.
Yeah, I'll put a little fiber in that. And I'm gonna prep saw the whole thing. It's filthy. And get that thing primed, get those primed. More and more coats on this, which this is kind of boring to see over and over. It's getting rounded now. This is smooth because we cut it here. It was cut
And
here,
there,
so
yeah.
it was weak. And all these layers deep
I may
down are
cut
all
this last little
fiberglass.
section and put it at the end of the other video, because
Yeah,
we got a lot of footage of doing all this work
I know
here.
it. I know it.
And yeah, that's starting to shape up there. So
Starting to shape up. And other than that,
yeah, that looks pretty good. This is where the fender marker light was. Is that right?
yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
Hey, there's a biscuit there for you.
Yeah, that's right there.
Yep.
But I think it was a weak area, so let's hit it again.
Yep. Looking good, mister. All right. That'll end the video for this video, and it'll end the video for the other video. So,
Okay.
any other things? What's your next steps? What you're working on next?
I guess just more sanding on the fender, sanding on the car, around the back plug, trying to get it finessed,
Oh yeah, I guess I could.
trying to finish this fender.
I could spot check the back winder.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, that's where you put your New metal in.
Yeah, that's all.
You gotta do better Bondo work.
It was setting up on me.
I know you say that about every single thing you put on. Oh, it was setting up.
I sand it all off.
Well, don't use it, because that is horrible.
No, it's good Bondo. It's just, it's starting to set up, and I just get rid of it.
It doesn't matter what it looks like now. It
Right.
will be sanded down.
You put pinholes in it, and then when you do get it down, then you gotta redo it.
Yeah, and I do.
I know, don't
Oh,
you?
you mean when you sand it?
Yeah, when you sand it. Look.
I found my
Faja.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy new.
Yeah, you need new. I'll show
I mean,
you.
this one's bad.
Yeah, you need
This
new.
one's really not too bad.
They're not too expensive.
$100 and some for a pair.
Yeah, that's worth every penny considering that's trash. You're not putting trash on the Daytona.
Is that the
No.
shield?
Yeah, the inner fender shield.
Yeah, that goes.
And
in
this, we're gonna reuse this rubber around it too.
No,
That's a nice
I
seal.
bought new rubber. That's the rubber I'm talking that I bought, and then down the.
Yeah, I didn't think these were too bad, but that looks bent too.
Yeah, it
That's
probably
been crushed.
Yeah, this one I'm not. It's rusted. I'm getting new, but
Yeah, those are originals, but
I didn't know that those took those until I found those.
yeah.
So,
Oh, what's that? What's that up there? Your whole hood latch mechanism? You may not need any.
no,
of
I
that,
don't need that.
because it's gonna mount a different way for your hood.
Yeah.
All right. Looking good, mister. And your car's coming together good too.
Yeah. All right.
I think you moved the door forward. I don't know if we filmed all that. To get the fender fit and everything fit, you moved
Yeah,
the
we
door
had-
forward
We had to grind out the back of these hinges
just a
so
little
it would
bit to
come
move it forward.
to get the gaps that we needed.
Yep.
So we'll have to fit
And to match
fenders.
with the fender and all that good stuff.
Hopefully we don't have to waller out this a little bit to move the fender forward and then mess up the hood alignment. So we gotta put all that up
Which
there.
then messes up the nose alignment.
Yeah.
We'll just put it on a frame jig, build a frame jig, and then put it on a frame jig, and then find out it's wrong, and then we'll have to
Then
buy.
we'll go wind tunnel it, test it, make sure that it's aerodynamic.
We need to
Well,
buy.
it won't be off if we build the frame jig to this frame.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
True.
On that positive note and knowledge dropped, we'll call it. Bye bye.
Hi, welcome to Clark's Place. Today, what I've been doing is working on the lower valance that goes on the Daytona. And I got my bin full of bolts. And what I've done is some of these, this bolts, you can see over there to the bottom of the fender. And I mean, you would think that this would be easy to put the bolts in, but sorry, just cannot get that up out of there. There we go. And you'd think you'd want to put the capture nut on the metal part, but you can't get I've tried putting this up through here, the sharp angle. You cannot get a bolt up through there to have this over on the metal to capture it. So it has to go on the fiberglass piece from Janik, and then this will come down through the bottom of the fender and into this and pull them all together. So I've gone through a couple of these, did not want to, and I don't know if you'll have this problem. I tried finding the shortest piece. Hang on, I'll find one here. Here we go. The shortest piece that goes in here, but some of these were longer, and I took them over to the grinder, not this one, but rounded this off so it would fit. What I had is I used this type that had the bottom part back further, and this was just, well, you can't see now, but it would just stop just shy of the hole, and it would make it want to cock the bolt going through. So I mean, I just took it to the grinding wheel and ground off just a little bit to where it would go into that angled area up in there a little tighter, and was able to get them all in. So I could have just used something like, let's see, something like this. Here we go. I could have just used a nut and a bolt and stuck that up through there, but I don't know. I think to stick with the way the real car was, it did use the capture pieces. But of course this, I believe this was metal, so it probably was thinner, and maybe this lip was deeper. I'm not sure, because I've never seen a real one. But I'm probably going to get this mounted up so I can do more body work on the fender as it goes into this part, and see what we got going on. So anyway, that's all for today, and hopefully I'll add some more to this video and post a little bit longer one. So bye bye for now.